got the tires fixed. If you watched the last video, we had a sort of a crummy day. Run the tractor tire off the rim and had a flat on the front tire on the truck. So local company, they luckily had a service truck, and they come out here and fix both of them for me. So anyway, today I'm gonna talk about a quick hitch, QH15. It's a Land Pride quick hitch. When I first saw these, they looked appealing, but I told myself, I said, surely Travis, you're not so lazy that you can't hook up and unhook an implement on the back of a tractor. That was my thought, but I've obviously through YouTube and different avenues seen people use them. I was like, well, I'm gonna try them, because I was up here the other day and I think I had the yard box on the tractor, and I really wanted the land plane on there, and I was like, I'm not gonna fool with unhooking it. So I made out with what I had on there. So I broke down and bought one. They're proud of these things, but here's what I'm gonna do. I've got the yard box on the tractor. I'm gonna time myself. I've adjusted my pop link hook here. I've got it set up to where they'll line up with the implements. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to unhook the box blade, and then I'm going to pull around and hook up to the land plane, and I'm going to see what kind of time it takes me. Then I'm going to put the quick hitch on, and then I'm going to go from the land plane back to the yard box, and I'm going to time it and see if this thing's going to save me some time or not. Now, I've never had one of these on a tractor, so you're going to see the first time using it. Now, I've got from a category 1 to category 2 couplers on the lift arm, so I'll have to play with that and get everything set up. But I've got all Land Pride implements, so this should line up. I know there's some implements out there that won't line up, but that's what we're going to try. So before the sun goes down, let's have a little race and see if this investment was worth the money. All right, I'll go back on the video and I'll put a time on how long it took me. Now, I had some trouble with that pin over there, and I didn't have a hammer in the tractor. That's the one thing about this tractor I don't like. They don't have a good place to mount a toolbox on the back of it. But I started to start over and redo it, but that's typical fashion. You won't have a hammer to beat the pin out. The Kubota, this tractor, you have to open that right-hand door from the inside. So in order to get in there, I needed to bump that lift a little bit to got that pin loose. But I'd had to walk all the way around to get over there. You're better off to open that door up, that way you can get to that lift. It'd be nice if they had a lift arm back here where you could adjust this, but I guess I need to pay a little more money if I want that kind of stuff. But anyway, that's a real-life example. I didn't get the couplers in there because I'd have had to slid them in my lift arms and then got them in there. So that's sort of a real life example. I'll put the time on there. Now, I'm going to unhook this, and then I'm going to put the quick hitch on, and let's see if it makes a difference. All right, I'm about to run out of daylight, but I'll put the time on here using the quick hitch. It's a lot quicker, I can tell you. There's always a little bit of a learning curve with anything. I'm gonna show you inside the cab here real quick. If you've never used one before, you know, usually when you're lining an implement up, you're looking here at your lift arms and you can see where you're lining up. But when you're looking from back here, you're looking at the back side of this beam. So I'll show you what you're looking at. Excuse the mess in here, we've been working in the mud. But when you're lining up this, backing up to it, you can't see basically where your lift arm's lining up with your pins. So you kind of got to gauge it off that center hook. I noticed when I backed up to it, I thought I was pretty close, but I was off just a little bit. And so I had to scoot the tractor over. But even with that, it's pretty nifty on how you can hook and unhook. Now, I could see how it could be aggravating if you had attachments that, you know, wasn't all the same and didn't line up with it. But in my case, with these two implements being Land Pride, they're the same width and everything's the same. So I'll have to say, for my first attempt, it's pretty slick. So I'm gonna use it over the next few days. I've got a bush hog. I'll go down there and play with it in the coming days and see how it hooks up to it. But for first impressions, I'm pretty pleased. So anyway, well, hey, I hope this helps if you're on the fence about buying one. Look at those times and you can see if that time savings is worth the investment for you, in which I know you can get different models and different makes and probably get them quite a bit cheaper than the Land Pride version. But anyway, works pretty well. I had a few guesses on the pumping the water out of the ditch. At the end of this video, I'll stick one in there. So I had a few guesses. So those of you who guessed, I appreciate it. But hey, we got a lot more work to go, but I'll catch you on another one.